Welcome Between the Line Girls Hoops on this Monday night with my man, Coach V. What's up, Coach V?
What's going on?
Man, Coach, another Monday night, man. Last week was tough. We got a lot done. We got 4 shows in. But, hey, we got to start this week off right, man. You know, get it going, man. A lot of things jumping here in the Oklahoma high school girls basketball, man. Girls are getting offers. Girls are moving around. And that's what we do, folks. We bring it to you. I know basketball dads like to have me on, and I give you guys just a little sample over here, but that's what we bring it as over here. Between the Line Girls, who's my man, Coach V. Like I said, we're going to bring you guys some great topics. Got a great interview from Frisco, Texas. Miss Katie, plays for the Legynds 17U girls basketball team here at Oklahoma. Like I said, she's going to be our special guest today. But, Coach, before we get started with her, what's going on with you on this Monday afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it?
Nothing, just working on shorts. You know, we had a busy week last week. We had 3-4 shows. I lost track anymore, but we had a good week last week. We had top players. And then on full court with one I had Morgan Sanger on from Arkansas. So busy week. Stay tuned to our Instagram, our X page, our Twitter page, because we're hitting you with shorts, clips, full videos, and even maybe some more transfer news. We don't know. You never know. Portal is still open, folks. It is open until July the 17th. So you never know what's going to happen.
No, Coach, there's a lot going on, man. Like you said, you got girls moving around. Let's give a couple big shout-outs real quick. You know, Bentley picked up that Oklahoma State offer. As we knew, Coach, we knew going into this weekend that she had some –
She sandbagged this, Coach.
She sandbagged us a little bit. She knew she's going to get that Oklahoma State. But that's okay, Bentley. You're good at keeping secrets. So whoever has a secret, you can tell Bentley because she's not going to break it, folks. She's not going to break it.
How did you sit on that one?
She has it zipped up.
Somewhere.
Another big shout out to Brooklyn Henderson. Get the big time OU offer.
Yeah.
That's big time for her. I know that's probably one of her dream schools. I know that's where her brother wanted to go. It's right here in the backyard of Oklahoma. She deserved it, folks. I mean, can't not but give her nothing but love, folks. I mean, you got to think, man, this young lady's out there balling out on the 17U circuit, and she's doing her thing. So, you know, I know a lot of girls are waiting for the offers. Peyton Jones got her first offer from Abilene. Going down there again, camp. So congratulations to her picking that offer up from Abilene Christian. Then her teammate, Deer Creek, big week for them. Adriana, went down to Lindenwood on an unofficial visit and picked up an offer. So that's big time for her. Then Peyton said, hey, Jenny might be coming to the block, but I can't hang on that block anymore.
What Peyton Braggs? Peyton Braggs,
folks. I'm sorry, I better get it right. But she said, hey, I got to leave Tata. I love my buzzing, but I got to go down the street and catch up with Grind Prep. A national team that's going to, play a lot of different national teams. She's a part of the Legynds 15U. Good thing about that, tomorrow night we bring a guy on, Ed Daniels, that's going to be the new head coach of Dynamic Prep Women's. Their new association with Jermaine O'Neal has the boys side, and Ed was the boys assistant coach, but now he's going to switch over and do the girls and be their head coach. So we'll have him on tomorrow night. And that's going to be pretty interesting because not only does he the Dynamic Prep Women's, he also does the Drive Nations. He's their director of the EYBL team. So it's going to be cool to have him on. So we got a lot of stuff jumping, folks. We really do, man. But that's what we want, though. If we're bringing you all this stuff, that means you guys need to be tuning in, liking and subscribing, giving us thumbs up. And we've had a lot of, Coach, I got to say one thing about it. The last couple of shows, we've had a lot of thumbs up. A lot of people's giving a thumbs up. A lot of people's giving likes, and a lot of people leaving comments. And that's what we like, folks. That's what helps grows our show. And like I said, we're touching on, that's why we're not called Oklahoma High School Girls Between Lines no more. That's why we changed our name to Between the Line Girls Hoops, because we get to bring this young lady on from Frisco, Texas. Even though she plays basketball, so me and her kind of, I guess, when we're playing, we pass each other. I'm heading to Dallas to go play for Drive Nations, and she's driving to Oklahoma to play for Legends. So maybe one day we'll get this figured out. But she said, hey, I don't have to figure it out no more. I'm done after this. I'm on off to college. So, but this young lady's been hot, man, and I know she's been on Coach V's show, but now she gets to come on our main show. And right now, if you're talking about somebody's hot like Denny's pancake, it has to be Miss Kayden, because like I said, she's been getting offers left and right from her last circuit. And she got a couple girls on her team that's beat up and hurt, but she's still carrying the Legends, along. But like I said, it's gonna be interesting to talk to her. and see what her plans are. Because, like I said, she got a lot of offers right now. So, Coach, let's bring it to the table.
All right, here we go.
Hey, y'all. How are y'all?
Hold on. Hey.
There you go.
To the show, Katie. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. How about y'all?
It's a Monday afternoon. We get to talk high school girls basketball. Like I said, with a young lady like yourself that's right now is doing big things for the circuit. You're getting your name out there. You're starting to get some offers. I know that's something that you work for. Playing out there. So you live in Frisco, then, right?
Yes, sir. I do.
So how far is that from Little Am? Because my son-in-law is from Little Am.
I practically live in Little Elm, so I live on Lake Louisville. So Little Elm's kind of in my backyard.
Yeah.
Is it a rivalry?
What?
Is it a rivalry? Like,
Not really, just because there's so many schools in Frisco. There's 12 high schools in Frisco, so we're all rivals within itself. So we don't need other schools to be rivals with.
That's crazy because like you said, I know Cam was kind of saying the same thing. They got a bunch of teams there, high schools there in Frisco, and like what you said, they're a bunch of rivals. So how does that work? So how did you pick your Frisco school to go to and not the other 11?
Yeah, so I actually pretty much grew up in this district. I just had friends, and I decided to stay the course for Reedy. Grew up going to the camps, grew up with all the girls. We would all be on the same basketball team, soccer teams, volleyball teams. So, my class is pretty athletic as it is, as a whole. I was rezoned I was rezoned to another school a couple years ago. And we liked Reedy and the Reedy coaches so much that we were going to move, but then they rezoned us back, so we got lucky.
So, I know, I know your recruiting's picked up big time from the last circuit. Been out there in New Orleans. Seemed like you got hot, started getting a bunch of, offers coming in. So, for the listeners that really don't know you, and even myself, I know Coach Vick got a chance to know you, but tell us a little bit about yourself, about your background, your high school. I know this is your first year with the Legends, and tell us some of the teams that you played with before joining the Legends.
Yeah. So my name's Kayden, obviously. I am a 6-foot guard out of Frisco, Texas, born and raised Texas, I played on the circuit. This will be my 4th year on the circuit. So I will finish my AAU season on the Nike circuit. I started on the Nike circuit. I've never seen anything but Nike. I played with Pro Skills and Sci-Fair. I made the switch to Legends this year with a couple of my teammates. Really excited about this move. I love the coaches, the program, all the opportunities it's given me, and I'm looking forward to finishing out my summer.
That's big time. So, like you said, you're with Pro Skills and Sci-Fair, two of the biggest teams there in Texas. When you start talking about EYBL in Texas, the first names you hear is Sci-Fair and Pro Skills, and then Sci-Fair. So you said you kind of played for both of them. What made you make the switch from either one, then join Legends? What made you kind of make that switch?
Yeah, so my switch from Pro Skills to Sci-Fair, I played 2 years on Pro Skills. Those are my 2 first years on the circuit. I made the switch just because Sci-Fair is a historically winning program. You look at their page and it's national champs. And so I've played on every single level of the EYBL. I've lost in every single round, pretty much. Not every single round, but Sweet 16, Elite 8, and Final Four. I've lost in those 2. And so I wanted to get to the championship. That's every kid's goal at this level, is get to that national championship, and not only get to that stage, but win that stage. And so making that sacrifice of, missing out on weekends with my friends, missing out on that high school experience just because you're missing every Friday, Saturday, Sunday of half the school year, and you're missing all of summer. It's just a sacrifice that I was willing to take to get to that next level. And it did pay off. We did go to the national championship, but we did fall short. But all in all, my switch to the Legends this past year, it was just based off of academics, because I do, focus on academics a lot. I really do try to put student in front of athlete. Not only just am I an athlete, but I also am a student. And so academics is really important for me and my family. And so missing every single Friday of school wasn't really ideal, based off of just what I was trying to achieve academically. And I'm in so many different clubs and organizations, and I want to be able to fully commit myself and be there for my community and my clubs and all that kind of stuff. So switching to the Legends, I knew that I would have a good, group behind me, having my back for everything. I love the girls. I grew up playing with most of these girls. So I wasn't going into an entirely new world. I was just going into a world that was a better suit for me.
No, you talk about some of the girls, that's playing with you on Legends, and so a lot of those girls are from Texas too. Are they making a drive, or you guys kind of carpooling? How does that work when y'all do practice? Because I know Dominique kind of sets up that you guys kind of it's kind of like a boot camp, but not really boot camp. But you guys do practice on the weekend, so I think it's Saturday, Sunday. So how's that set up for you and some of the young ladies that are Texas that's driving up here? Do y'all kind of carpool, or you just kind of do it by yourself?
Most of the time we do carpool. It really just depends on what parents are available. If all of the parents are available and want to come, and the practice is going to be a little longer than usual, most of the time all the parents will come and be there. But sometimes, you have people that have other obligations, and so they'll catch a ride with somebody. It's really nice. We all live in a really close proximity. Like Patience Simmons, she's in my district. Like she lives in Frisco. It takes me 5 minutes to get to her house. And so we have that's kind of nice, and that's a nice resource, especially having to go up there all the time.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And that helps out a lot when you can carpool. And that's kind of what we do with Zoe and the twins. We kind of carpool. I'm lucky that my daughter lives in, they used to live in, like I said, Little Ham. They live in Melissa, Texas now. So, so where we practice at is pretty cool. We drive in, boom, hit practice and drive to their house, stay the night, boom, get up, drive to practice and head home. So it's not too bad. It's not like, you living in Texas more. I'm telling you, the traffic is crazy. And I tell people, I don't think the traffic in Dallas is bad. I think the traffic in Denton is bad. I think Denton, it feels like when you get into Denton, it's like everybody stops and looks. And it might not be a wreck, it might not be nothing, but everybody stops and just looks. And you're like, what are you looking at? Why are we stopping? Then you get up there, there's nothing to look at. So I understand that. But like I said, congratulations, on your season so far. But, tell us a little bit how your recruiting is going on, because I know you got hot back in the last session out there in New Orleans. So tell us about some of the schools that you picked up offers from.
Yeah, I picked up an offer from Radford, North Alabama. So those are pretty exciting schools. Picked up a couple other interests and stuff like that. And so really looking forward to finishing out my season, because I got 2 more sessions and 2 very important sessions left. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now. Yep.
Yeah. Is there a certain school you would like to go to, like stay in Dallas, or Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas? Is there somewhere special that, hey, if I got this offer, hey, I'm signing right here, you ain't gonna ask me for nothing else? Do you have that school?
No, sir, not yet. It's really a conversation that I need to have with my parents, and then obviously the Lord will put it on my heart whenever it's ready. I am very open to going anywhere I am called to go. If that's really far, that's really far. If that's home, that's home. And so it's 4 years out of my life, and these are 4 years that I can get out of my comfort zone and, play the game that I love and I've grew up playing. So, wherever I end up, it's going to be the right decision for me for that moment and that time. Yeah.
That's cool. You talk about, starting this game, as a young age playing it. Did you play any other sports? Has basketball always been the sport that you played and just concentrate on?
Basketball actually wasn't my main sport growing up. I played soccer mainly. That was my main sport. So that's where I kind of get all that aggression and physicality from. I also played football. I was a quarterback. And then I did cheer. I did softball. I did volleyball. I think and dance. Yeah. So I just did everything.
There's nothing wrong with that. You picked the one that, hey, God put you in the right path. It's like, hey, I can shoot the rock, so that's what you've been good at. But Coach V, you have anything?
What you talk about your activities. I know that we're going to talk about where you work at. We thought that was fun. You were on a show the first time. We're going to do something special with that. But between your basketball, what activities? Obviously you sound like you're trying to be a rounded student. As a college recruiter, I like a student that has a little bit of everything, not just basketball, but has other organizations you talk about. So talk about what all you're involved in as a student athlete, because you said that student athlete, you made a change from one program to another. So let's talk about some of your activities you're involved in.
Yeah, so I'm actually in a couple of different organizations in my school, and not only in school, but out of school. So in school, I have a really heavy presence in the Best Buddies organization. Anything with special needs kids, I'm going to be there helping there firsthand, hands-on. I just love being with them. They're just a light. and they just are so positive, and it's amazing being around them. I'm also a part of FCA, which is a Christian group for athletes. I'm also part of Young Life, and I'm on the work crew for Young Life. So I'm not a leader, but I'm an upperclassman that kind of helps the leaders out, with the function of how everything runs there. And then I'm also in NTHS, which is National Technical Honor Society. And then I'm in NHS, which is National Honor Society. And then I'm also in Lion's Heart, which is a service program and out of school. And then, hold on, I'm going to miss a couple. And then, I'm in like my Vibe. It's like my gym community. Like I have a heavy presence in there because I'm there all the time. And so, we got that going on. I think I'm missing one more, but I can't remember what it is right now. But yeah, I'm pretty busy. I stay busy.
You are pretty busy. Yes, you are.
I mean, you talk about you're just busy. When do you have time to sleep? I mean,
on the ride?
No.
That's good stuff, though. I mean, that kind of keeps you busy, keep you going, and keep you motivated. And and it's always good when you can be involved in a lot of different class activities. And college coaches like that, because it's like not only you're a student athlete, and that's what you said at the beginning of the show. Hey, I'm a student first. I mean, I changed because I wanted to, be at home and not miss school every Friday and not get the chance to do my schoolwork. And that goes a long way because, like I said, you always got to have that young lady, or young man that's on a team that can help the ones that are struggling, with their academics. And, you can be a tutor for the team. But I love that because, I said a lot of kids just think about, I'm going to go play college basketball and that's it. And I might make it to the WNBA or the NBA and might not make it, but you got to have something to fall back on, and the education is the most important thing because one, they are paying for you to go play something that you like, but they're also giving you a chance to get a free education out of it and get a degree out of it. So I think every student athlete should take that upon. I mean, even if you do get a chance to go to the WNBA, you see a lot of the guys that like Shaq and some of these guys is graduated and they come back and get their degree. And that's very important to me. I have a couple of older kids and, they got their degree. So, and I don't have a degree, so I preach for my kids to get a degree. So I love what you're preaching, to these young, women that's going to listen to the show that, hey, student athlete comes first. And that's very important.
Yes, sir. 100%.
What do you know you're going to major in yet? You have an idea?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a structured path, but I'm probably going to do some sort of business because I want to do sports contract law. Especially in today's world, it's a booming economy. Everyone needs that right now, especially with NIL, all this money that's just being thrown around. So sports contract law is my final goal, but I'm going to major in probably business.
We need to hook her with Michael Green. Here we go, Michael Green. Got you. Michael Green's one of the guys that we've had on the show. He started his own kind of Sync is his agency that he's doing, helping kids with NIL and helping them with the contracts and stuff like that. So that's a good business being me. You're exactly right about that because it is hopping and jumping, and a lot of these kids don't know the terminology, what you got to do, and sometimes they go sign these contracts and then they're stuck out there like, oh, I thought I was going to get this, and you don't get it. So you do need somebody that's going to educate you on that. So that's a great field to get into because, like I said, you can be the lady version of Jerry Maguire. There we go. Well, Coach talks about you got shoe game though, man. I mean, that's what I like to hear.
Shoe game lady. I mean, she is it.
I mean, what we working with, what we talk about here, Coach. I mean, I love a young lady has shoe game. So tell us a little bit about your shoe game.
Yeah. So, I mean, I work at Dick's Sporting Goods in the footwear department. So, I'm around shoes 24/7, whether it's running shoes, hiking boots, basketball shoes, soccer cleats. Like I got you covered. I can tell you the ins and outs of them. And I had to basically train myself because we didn't really get training on the shoes. We kind of just got thrown in there and help a customer and then figure it out from there. But, my knowledge for shoes helped me and it's kind of nice. Yeah.
So we talked about, her shoe game, like how much for a paycheck she's spending on her shoe collection she might have last time we talked. And we also talked about, what was going to drop. I mean, obviously you get educated before it goes public, what brand and what's going to drop. So we talked about having a little fun about shoe drops and just talk a little bit about, if you're going to work all them hours at Dick's, you might as well have a little fun with it, right?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes, sir.
Now, I think we joked about I probably wouldn't make any money if I worked there because I think all my check with my discount might go to my shoes I'm wearing. So I may be broke, but my feet are going to be looking good.
Your feet look good, Coach. Your feet look good. That's all that matters. You look good. You play good.
Yeah.
So what's the hottest shoe out? What's the hottest shoe out right now?
I mean, it depends on the person you ask because right now everyone is coming in for those Nike Mind Slides. And if I get another call on the phone, do y'all have them in stock in this size? Like I might lose my mind. So those Nike Mind Slides are off the charts popular right now. I don't really get the hype on them. They look comfortable, but they're not really my style. But clearly they're other people's, probably solely based off the resale value that they will get for those. But it's crazy how many people want these slides.
So how much are those slides going for? I've seen a couple of kids have them on. They do look comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm a Birkenstock guy. I got the plastic Birkenstock. I tell my kids all the time, when I put those plastic Birkenstock, I'm on my feet all day. When I put those shoes on, I feel like my feet come back to life. So I might have to jump over to those Nike slides because they really do look comfortable.
Yeah.
And I mean, they really do. So I'm about to jump on the pair. How much are they running for?
Well, if you buy them at retail, I think they're a little over 100. I may be lying, maybe 100 around there. But resale value, I mean, it doubles, triples, even quadruples, depending on the size, colorway. If it's the black colorway, those are highly sought after. So it's like, if you're like the popular men's size, $300 for a pair of slides.
Wow, for a pair of slides.
Man,
yeah.
Wow.
Especially when they first came out, it was crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, who thought of that? I mean, who is there a basketball player that came up with that, or is it just Nike? It's something they just came out with something new.
I think they just came out with something new because it's their new philosophy. It's like Nike Rejuvenate because they have them in sneakers. They have them in slides. It's like slide sneakers. It's just supposed to make your feet feel better. They had those Nike recovery slides, I think about a year ago. And it was actually an EYBL slide last year for the girls. And it's really comfortable, but I guess they wanted to do better than that and top that. And so that's what they got.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's look at some of the shoes you got. What are you working with? What you got for us that we can check out?
Yeah, so not today, but as of now, I'm rocking the Luka 5s, but it's the EYBL rainbow colorway. So if you look them up, they're pretty nice. I've not gotten any, side eyes like, what are those on your feet? I've gotten a lot of compliments on them. A lot of people want them. My whole team asked where they can get them for high school, and I was like, sorry, can't really buy these yet, not until they're resale. Just because they're EYBL. A lot of shoes are metallic right now, and that's a big thing with the EYBL, but those are, I think, one of the only pairs that we're going to get that aren't metallic. Another pair that I'm rocking is the GT Cuts always. I'm a GT Cut diehard fan. I will rock those to the day I die. I love those shoes so much. Let me think. What else is out there? And I have a pair of Kobe's. Those are nice, just not as comfortable as my GT Cuts.
I'm gonna debate that real quick right there because my daughter has a GT and she had the Kobe's, and the first time she wore the Kobe's, her feet broke out in blisters when we was in Phoenix. But then we did get her new soles, but then the GT, I feel like the GT Cut made her get shin splints. So I don't know, man. And she's always been a GT Cut young lady too. So, but I don't know. I like the Kobe's, man. I mean, I think the Kobe's are really, I'm gonna say cute. For girls, they're cute, but I do like them. But the shoes you talked about, the first ones you talked about, is that the ones you guys got in New Orleans with kind of the colorful looking ones? I see a lot of the girls wearing that. So that's pretty cool. I think I think it's cool when you get to the 17U, you get to play on the black court, then you get all the shoes and all that, man. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I might just sit on the bench just to get a pair of shoes, Coach. I'm not gonna lie to you, Coach. Coach might say you ain't gonna never get in. I'm like, okay, but hey, I get a new pair of shoes at the next session, so I'm cool with that. You guys get a lot of you get a lot of cool gear, so I really do like that. But it seems like you know what you're doing. Which Dick's do you work at? Is it a Dick's House of Sports, a big one, or is it just like a regular Dick's?
It's a regular one at Stonebriar Mall, but it is transforming into the Dick's House of Sport. So in about 2 months, a month and a half, we are going to be Dick's House of Sport, and we're changing locations to another section of the mall. But until then, I took off just because basketball. I'm giving all my attention to basketball right now. But in about 2 months, I'll be there, selling shoes with that green shirt on and that green lanyard.
Hey, you know what? Me and Coach Vick has a lot of connection. I mean, not a lot, but when Dick's House of Sports came here to Oklahoma, they were nice enough to let us do a couple of shows from there. So we got to get him a lot of love. I mean, we've been there and had our high school state championship show there. So, and one of our good friends, I mean, Muslim, I think she kind of runs the Dick's House of Sports. I know she left Oklahoma and she's there in Texas, and I don't know what store she's at, but I know she has a lot of the celebrities come to her store, and I know she
Paige
Becker come to her store. So pretty cool stuff that she has going on. So but no, man, I mean, it's always good for a young lady to know her shoe game, because I'm telling you right now, you start talking about your shoe game and these people's gonna be like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. So you probably always get a sell. You don't never walk away without selling somebody some shoes. I can see that right now. They're gonna be like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. So we're gonna jump on that. So that's pretty cool. How long you been working at Dick's House? I mean, at Dick's House of Sports.
I'm going on, oh goodness, I'm at like 2.5 years right now.
Yeah, we start calling you Al Bundy. She probably know who that is, Coach Al Bundy. He's a shoe guy, but like I said, it seems like you got it going on. So what's some of the things you do in your hobby when you're not playing, basketball, and you're not taking jump shots or working out? What are some of the hobbies that you like to do besides doing all your schoolwork stuff too? A good day in your life that, hey, I'm not gonna do nothing but relax, maybe get my hair done, nails done. What do you like to do?
Yeah, so I mean, without a doubt, I know you said but every morning I wake up and work out. That's a non-negotiable, but not a basketball workout. It's a strength and cardio workout. So it's like, it wakes me up and it puts me in a good mood. If I don't have that workout, I am not awake for the rest of the day. And then I do my daily devotional, which is very important. You start your day with the Lord, best way to start your day. And then from there, I probably will make myself some breakfast, probably some eggs and a bagel. Every morning have pretty much the same thing. And then just chill around the house till about noon hits, go outside, get some sun. And then after, I'll probably go on a walk with my friends, maybe even go to dinner with my friends if my mom's not cooking. But other than that, it's like a chill day in my life.
That's good. That's good. I mean, like I said, the most important thing that you said, you give the Lord some time each day, and a lot of people don't do that. And I love that, with our show, that we have seen so many young ladies talk about the faith with the Lord, and I just think that's what helps them grow. And he's always going to handle any problem that you can't handle. He's never going to put you in a situation that you can't get out. Yeah, you might have to weather the storm, but he's always going to help you get out of that storm. So it seems like you got a great head, for a young lady your age. You're in the right directions, from, you don't care what college you go, what college you go to, how far it is. Like you said, it's 4 years of my life that, hey, I got to change some things up, but seems like you got it going on, man. And like I said, I know Coach Vick wanted to bring you on the show. He was really pleased with the way you are. And I know I talked to Coach Dominique. He wanted to listen live. I said, no, Coach D, it won't drop until tomorrow. So I know he'll be watching it, and the rest of the legends, though. So it seems like you got it going on, though. You really do.
Thank you.
Well, how forward are you looking to your AAU kind of being over with? Like, I won't say over with, but like, I get to be a student now my senior year. I don't have to worry about summer. I get to go to prom. I get to do all those things and not have to worry about missing any of them for practice, especially in the spring, but practice, AAU. I mean, you finally 1 year, you get to kind of be a student. Are you kind of looking forward to that?
Part of me is, but part of me isn't, I mean, I don't know life outside of this. The past 2 years I've played on teams that haven't been in Dallas. And so from January to about August, I don't see any of my friends pretty much. I mean, summer is, I'm always going. If I'm not going, I'm working out at a gym. So it's kind of like hard not being able to see my friends, but at the same time, it's so rewarding. But I'm looking forward to finally being able to, get that high school experience because, you miss out on so much. I mean, it's such a big sacrifice being at this level. I love it though. So if you don't love it, it's going to be hard, but I am looking forward to it. Those free weekends, not being 24/7. I am definitely looking forward to it.
No, it's a tough job. It's tough on the parents, it's tough on the kids, especially when you're traveling like you have to, and then like some of these girls that live here in Oklahoma that has to go to Dallas or vice versa. Girls that live in Dallas to live in Texas have to come to Oklahoma, or even different states. You have girls going all the way to Kansas City, playing for MoCan and and Phenom and all those. So a lot of girls are sacrificing a lot of time, and you hope at the end you get the award of getting a scholarship and getting a chance to go play college ball, something that you love, and that's why you're doing it. If you didn't, you'd be playing for the why. That you got the wristbands, and then you can run around and chase the girl that has the same wristband as you.
Yeah.
So I love it that you're doing it, and it's a lot. I'm telling you right now, it's tough on your body, it's tough on your mind, it's tough on you. I mean, as getting recruited, you start thinking, having second guess, am I going to get recruited? Is somebody going to pick me up? And it is, because every young lady, every girl gets an offer. You start saying, I got my first offer. I deal with that. It's like, when's these certain girls gonna get the offer? Not just my kid, but a lot of girls. Every girl that's on this circuit is working for the same goal that you're working for, is to get an offer. And if they're not, I don't care if it's Adidas, I don't care if it's Under Armour, I don't care if it's New Balance, Puma, whoever it is, Fastbacks, Pro Wings, whatever shoe deal is out there. Every young lady is fighting for the same deal, is to try to get a scholarship, and that's why they're doing it week in and week out. That's why they're getting up and working out 5 o'clock in the morning, eating right, doing the things you got to do. So, I hope each young lady gets a chance to get that award. Some's going to be bigger, some's going to be less, but at the end of the day, if you get something, just be pleased with it, because God's going to put you in a spot that's going to benefit you. And the way the transfer portal is now, you might go play somewhere small for 2 years or somewhere big for 2 years and not like it and switch it up. So keep doing your thing. Like I said, you had a heck of a New Orleans deal. So I just think it's only going to get better, coming around. There's going to be a lot of schools. I think these next 2 sessions are going to be high for a lot of the girls. You're going to start seeing more offers, left and right. So keep doing your thing. You're in the right path. So I'm looking forward to watch your journey and see who you end up signing at. Really.
Thank you.
What I know, knowing you and following you, you're very probably you break yourself down. Obviously, you talk about your diet, you talk about your workout. What is the thing that you think that you've worked on between now and the next live period that's gonna say, you know what, I watch myself, I critique myself, and this is what I've been working on. What's that change so coaches know that, you know what, you have been in the gym working on this and that? What is that? What have you been working on?
Yeah, so if y'all didn't know, I did break my finger in New Orleans, and I've been out for the past month, but I didn't let that stop me.
Okay.
So I broke it the first game. So I was playing on a broken finger. It's still broken. I just had my third follow-up today. We're hoping it was fixed, but it's still broken. But that is not stopping me. I pushed for 3 workouts a day, pretty much strength and cardio focused. I'll do 2 cardio-based workouts and then 1 strength most of the time. And so that's it's going to give me another oomph in my game. If I can hang in the game the whole 4 quarters, then that's putting me in an advantage to a lot of other girls who aren't willing to put 3 hours of their day of just strictly cardio. And so on top of that, I'm also getting strictly left-handed workouts in. So if you see my left hand a little more flashy than usual, that's probably why, because I'm strictly left-handed. I am passing only left-handed, catching passes left-handed, because I'm still practicing with my team. My high school team and my AAU team is still practicing. I don't want to sit on the sidelines and just watch and observe. I want to be a part of it. I want to learn, be active, be on that court with them. And so if that means I have to strictly stay on the left side and only shoot left-handed, that's what I'm going to do. My left-handed floater, I'll use it. My left-hand dribbling, I'll use it. And so it's just like I'm strengthening other parts of my game that I can without using my right hand right now.
That's big time.
Love it.
I mean, that's it. That's dedication. I mean, most kids will say, well, I'm going to sit out and wait till I'm healthy. Then you're behind and you're out of shape, and, you lose a lot of your craft. So I love it. Coach V, anything else before we let her go? I know she's a busy lady. She has this Monday afternoon off. I mean, she's probably ready to go take her daily walk.
She's probably going to take a walk or a run, one of the two.
Yeah, one of them, Coach. She's going to do something. She might go sell some shoes online. I don't know. I mean, she got it going on.
I did sell 3 things online today, so.
You sold some shoes?
No, I didn't sell. Well, I didn't work today. I don't work today, but I sold like clothes. Like I resell a lot of stuff. So
okay. So what kind of? So what's your style? Are you Lululemon? What's the one? AOL or what's it?
The Aloe.
Aloe, yeah. What's your style?
I'm pretty much a mix of everything. It depends what kind of scenery I'm going to. Basketball, you'll see me in a lot of baggy clothes. That's when I'll probably have my nicer shoes on, stuff like that. At school, probably going to be in sweatpants and a sweatshirt and not looking too good. Outside of that, like if I'm going outside, I'll put on a cute outfit, just something to throw on. But most of the time it's going to be athleisure just because I like being able to move.
Okay. Well, I know my kids bought me my first pair of Lululemon shorts, and I love them. I know they're not really made for big guys, but I'm telling you, I made them work, and I love them. I'm not gonna lie to you. The kids ask me what I want. I want Lululemon. Father's Day's around the corner, kids.
Right around the corner.
That's it. Lululemon. Yeah. And if you want to, you can also give me a new weed eater because I did break my weed eater the other day.
Tony's dad, he's about as long as like a golf course out there. He's that guy's probably a pair of scissors going.
Well, I cut it today. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it about a 7 or 8. Not a 6, 7, but a 7, 8 though. That's what I'm giving it. But Coach Vick, like I said, I'm glad we got a chance to bring her on, man, and see like this young lady got it going on. I tell you, I do want to try to catch up with you when we're in Vegas and get a picture with you. And like I said, we love that on the show. We love to get a picture taken with them just because you guys help us grow this show, and you are part of the show now because you come on Between the Line Girls Hoops. And like I said, you're a legend now. You not just a legend in girls basketball AAU, but you're a legend with Between the Line Girls Hoops now because you've been on the show with me and Coach Vick. So, and you've been on twice. You're very special because you've been on twice. So most people just get on one time. You've been on twice. So that's big time over here, Coach. That's big time. Well, Coach, anything else before we let her go?
No, I appreciate your time. I enjoy following. Good luck. And I'll be keeping track. And I know you got some offers, and I know you got some more coming. So always enjoy watching you. Thank you.
Well, Coach, you know what time it is before we let her go, though, because I know there's somebody in Frisco that's going to need that to get on the show and let them talk about their game, tell us about their game, and help them get their name out there, a little bit more exposure. So, Katie, if you can, tell all our listeners one time, we're going to count to 3, and we want you to hold your thumbs up and tell everybody to like and subscribe to the show and follow me and Coach Vick on our Twitter page and then and follow our YouTube channel and to help us grow our show because that's all we're doing is trying to help high school girls basketball grow. I know Texas got a lot of people there that does it. I know we've had we had the guys You Got Next on. I know they got the incoming on. So Texas does a good job of doing their job, but we're trying to do the same thing here in Oklahoma. But we're just spreading the word. So on the count of 3, if you can, hold those thumbs up and tell everybody to like and subscribe on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Like and subscribe. We appreciate you. Good luck to you. I'll see you in a couple of weeks out there in Vegas. And like I said, I get a chance to come find you and introduce myself to you live, okay?
Yeah, feel free to say hi whenever.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good evening.
So much, all.
Thank you. Well, folks, that's the outstanding player for the Legends 17U. She's the young lady got game. She's played on Side Fair, she's played on Pro Skills. So she's been in some great organization, and to get her to come to Oklahoma and play on the Legends, it just tells you how good her game is. Dominique and the rest of the crew and all those guys over there has done a good job to get her to come play here because she could have easily stayed and played in Texas, but she brought her talents here to Oklahoma to play on the Legends team, the first-year team here. And she's been a big part of them, helping them get to where they need to be. I know they've had a couple young ladies get hurt. If they probably don't have some girls get hurt, they even got a USA young lady on their squad, so she gets to play side of. So that's pretty cool. Love her story, man. I mean, just love who she is. You can tell she's a ball of joy. Not only is she just a young lady that loves the game of basketball, but she's a young lady that loves the word of the Lord, and she preaches that. And I love when kids can get on this show, young ladies can get on this show and talk about their faith. They're not scared of it. A lot of kids like to hide it. They're worried about TikTok. They're worried about Instagram. But this young lady got on here and told her story that, hey, each day I give the Lord my time. And I know a lot of times I don't do that all the time. And I should. And something I need to get better at. But she spoke the words that, hey, every day I do it. When she's eating her bagel and her egg, she praying with it though. So that's big time because a lot of kids don't do that and a lot of grown-ups don't do it. So Coach, another good one though. You always find the great kids to bring on the show and help us produce our show and spread the word of our show. So any closing words before we get out of here?
You know, like I said, what I really like about her as I got to know her is, and she talked about it today, she's on the EYB. I've been on there, but you still understand that she understands that she not only got there, but she's maintaining that commitment to move on. You know, the 5 o'clock workouts, the weights, the cardio, even though if she's down, she's still getting 2 cardios in. She understands what it takes to stay at that level. And so whoever gets this young lady to the next level, all you gotta do is tell her what she needs to do.
That's
and
it.
There's gonna be no doubt that she's going to go out and she's going to do it or find a way to do it. And that's why I see some kids get to that level and then they drop off. And she hasn't. She's actually increasing her knowledge, increasing her workouts, and that's what's going to make her a good player at the next level for any program that picks her up. That she's going to be able to pick that stuff up, and that's what you want, a coachable kid. You've talked about her character, and so somebody's going to get a great kid right here.
No, I mean they're going to get a great athlete, a student athlete that cares about not just basketball, but they care about their grades, and that's the most important thing. When you start talking about academics, I know we always talk about getting recruited, we always talk about getting that scholarship, but you know there's more that comes with that scholarship. There's more that you have to do besides receiving a basketball scholarship. You have to get your grades, folks. You have to go in there and maintain I think it's a 2.5. It might be more now. It's been a long time since I've done it. But the main thing you want to do, you want to try to hold a 3.5 or 4.0 student. Kudos to my son because I think he finished up with like a 3.8. All 4 years of college. And that's big time going to school and being a student athlete because a lot of times these kids don't have time. They don't have time to have jobs because it's a full-time job. And people don't realize it's not like high school. High school, you have practice for a couple hours. They have set practices. I mean, you might get up at 7 o'clock and she's already used to it, coach, because she's getting up and doing these things. Some of these kids is like, oh, I get a gym, I go see my trainer. No, she has a steady plan daily that she's doing. And so when she does transfer over to college, she already has it set. She already has the mindset. Some of the kids that's what they're going to lose that because they get there and they're like, oh, it ain't like it was in high school. It ain't was with my AU team that I can show up when I want to show up and I'm good and I might not have to practice today. No, it's a full-time job. If you're not doing it, guess what? I said all the time, there's that ticket to the Greyhound. See ya. Go catch it. Hey, go play for somebody else, but you're not going to be playing here. So I love it, man. Bringing her on. I mean, it's always good to bring somebody on like that because, she's in her last stage. She ain't got no more years. This is it. These next 2 sessions, she's done. So she has to go ball out. And even though she knows she does have some offers, but she's still looking for that next one though, because that next one made the one that, hey, it's going to take care of everything. And so that's why she's still working out, even though with a broke finger, I'm still doing everything left-handed. I might have to go catch a game and see her hit that little left-hand floater, though. That might be kind of pretty, Coach. That might be something, I might have to record and bring back and put on the show. But, Coach, you know what time it is. I hope I can get it right.
There you go.
Yeah, but, folks, can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah.
We want to thank everybody once again for tuning in to another great episode Between the Line Girls Hoops with my man, Coach V, the special young lady we had on from Frisco, Texas, that plays for the Legynds 17 EYBL team. Like I said, she's done her thing, Katie. I ain't going to try to pronounce her last name because I'll probably mess it up. But we want to thank all our sponsors, though. We want to thank. We just got a new one. Folks. We got Lily, Signature Homes. We got Rain Down Roofing. We got Chaos. We got Maddie. My man, Manny. We got Cantrell Roofing. Above Hoops, BSN, and Triple Elite, and Keep It 100, folks. That's what we're doing here, man. We are getting sponsors to help us grow this show, make this show better, give us equipment that we need. And at the end of the day, our goal is to give out 2 $500 scholarships. Yes, folks, give out 2 $500 scholarships because there's a young lady that's going to need that. She might not get that full ride. She might need to pay for parking. She might need to pay for a meal or two. So that's what we want to do. We want to get back to everybody that's out there that's supporting us. And then we want to get back to young ladies that's coming on the show and helping us. But Coach, I love you. We're going to do it again tomorrow night. We're going to bring on Ed Daniels from Drive Nation. the new head coach of Dynamic Prep Women. Talked about what he got going on there, leaving the men's side with Jermaine O'Neal, but now doing his own thing with the women's side. So we thank everybody once again, and we out. See ya. Thank you once again for joining us on Between the Line Girls Hoops with my man Coach V and myself, TJ. Catch you next time.